Hey, welcome back, Aquarians. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and take a look at who is most compatible with Aquarius at this point, and what zodiac also for the moment. Actually, we're going to go this deck. Just bear in mind, I'm not going along with the traditional like astrological, signs that are most compatible. I'm looking for a more specific kind of storytelling. So bear that in mind. So, who is most compatible right now? And we'll also take a look at what an X is thinking of Aquarius. But first, we have a Three of Swords, we have the Devil, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have a Ten of Cups. So, a person that is most compatible right now with Aquarius could be someone who has gone through a tremendous amount of, like disruption in their life. Someone may have more or less really wounded them, really ripped out their heart. They may have been dealing with somebody that was the devil. They may have been dealing with somebody that, and obviously figure of speech there, but somebody that was a liar, a cheat. And interestingly enough, maybe that's exactly why they will be so appreciative of Aquarius, because this is somebody who's like determined to piece their life back together, determined to be happy, maybe because they have known such great unhappiness. Now, we do have strong Capricorn, we do have strong Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but strongest so far in the Capricorn department, just because it's our only major arcana. But we do also have some Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and then also some Libra, Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. Sorry, you guys, I'm going to cough again. I'm so sorry. My asthma's flaring just a bit. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, I just got to regulate my breathing for a split second. This comes across like the person that would be a really great match is likely quite the survivor, someone who's gone through a lot of heartbreak and pain, a lot of disappointment, but they decided not to let it shape them. They decided not to let it, make them say, oh, I guess then I could never have this kind of happiness, because of course it's got to be out of my reach, out of my league, considering what I've been through. We have the Chariot upright, strong Cancerian energy. Nope. This is somebody who could drive for a living. They could, be a person who they not only move forward in life, but physically, geographically, they've moved a lot as well, or they do believe in like travel. They could have been in the Navy. I'm just picturing either a fishing vessel, maybe like, deep sea fisher or something, but they've seen dolphins in their lifetime. But they also are about like speed and movement forward and not staying in places of hurt, pain, and lack of progress. They're about like getting the lesson out of something and being determined to plant the seeds. They may have now a grown adult daughter who they may have wanted to set a really good example for. They're coming across primarily as a divine masculine. They could be also a widow. They may have raised a child on their own, but it's like they really have instilled in themselves, but also possibly in an adult child, like always move toward happiness. There are lots of unhappy things in life, but we cannot live in the unhappy moments. And I just think that that would be such a powerful person for Aquarius to bond to. Definitely, they come across as a sensitive person, a determined person with that Chariot card. And so they could certainly be a crab. They could be the Cancerian. I don't know. I don't really look at them as Capricorn. I look at them as maybe they had an ex that was a Capricorn, but somebody really hurt them and was really toxic. There could have been some substance abuse issues in their past, or their ex's past as well, that maybe contributed to the betrayal. Maybe that's why they're saying, there's a lot of sad things that occur. There's a lot of things that, good people get tangled up in bad things sometimes, and then it makes a big mess of life. But, you must still, especially they were setting this example to like a child that they were now raising alone. Like, don't be mad that mom or dad was struggling. Just know they loved you, but they had their own demons to fight. And, keep moving forward. Keep shining. You keep blossoming. You keep growing. Don't let your sadness for whatever mom or dad, got tangled up in, prevent you from growing. It just keeps feeling really strongly like this is somebody who still set a great like role model energy for their kiddo. I don't know, that I'm going to just stand by that because that's what I see loud and clear. Let me just ask, when does Capricorn meet this person? Is this soon? Is this already on the horizon? Is this person already in their life? We have got a Knight of Swords, and there's our Aquarius. There's our star. This says really soon. My impression is that Aquarius already knows who this person is, but the relationship, the romance hasn't begun yet. This is like somebody who's in the periphery, maybe, of Aquarius's world, or it's like someone who's already a neighbor that, Aquarius just hasn't met this person yet, or they're about to move in next door. They've already been moving in, but Aquarius hasn't met them yet. Or somebody that Aquarius could like see almost every day in transit or something. Maybe this is the bus driver on the city bus that Aquarius takes. And it's like, I've been riding their bus for years, but we just now started talking little bits, or I've gotten to know them, or suddenly we'll ask each other out for coffee. It just says that there's something here. Maybe Aquarius is also, because sometimes it's like a shooting star or, catch a falling star kind of energy. It could be that Aquarius like drops into this person's world really swiftly, like unexpectedly, or comes back unexpectedly and bumps into this person. I don't feel like Aquarius necessarily knows this person yet in like a romantic context, though. In this story, and I have to say that's something notable. Most of the zodiacs I've done so far, it kind of looks like most of them have new romances that are like more compatible, that are on the horizon. I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's someone who's not in Aquarius's world. It just feels like it hasn't started out as a romance quite yet, but it feels like somebody a little bit different. They could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I'm going to get one more on that. We've got a 3 of Pentacles. I said one, we got 3. A 9 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. I keep getting travel on this. I don't know who has traveled all 4 quadrants of the earth, but we have somebody who's like, they've got a huge depth of joy. This very much could be somebody who comes back into Aquarius's life because we have the fossils here. This could be somebody Aquarius has not seen in a long time. Maybe they, maybe this is an old school friend. Maybe this is somebody who's like, oh, you used to live down the block from me. It could be something along those lines because of the fossils. And it's like, here we are reconnecting and, oh God, it's so great to see you. And then you find out what this character's life has been. And it's like, wow, okay, so you are a very different person than who I remember. And I think Aquarius is all grown up too. If they knew each other like back in high school or something, this could be someone like that, where Aquarius bumps into somebody that they used to know, but man, everybody's all grown up now. And there's a lot of life that's happened. And there's a lot of, like interesting components about, learning who somebody was, learning who they are today, learning what life they've been through, and vice versa. But this looks so joyful. Absolutely love this one so far for Aquarius. Okay, I want to ask, what makes Aquarius so attractive? Now, I do this storytelling style about once every quarter, where we just do a video that's just about our lead character. It's all about them. So what do we have? For Aquarius, we have Ace of Coins, Emperor. Ooh, this is the maker of the deck. So this is like a message straight from the universe, and Page of Coins. So the things that make Aquarius really attractive right now. First off, either Aquarius is coming across as very decisive in their divine masculine energy, or they are particularly attractive to masculines at the moment, particularly powerful masculines who feel like they would like to, like take down their mask and really connect to Aquarius. Like maybe Aquarius has a way of making people feel very seen. When we have this Ace of Pentacles, I think there's something different about Aquarius. I think they've had some kind of a glow up. I got to say, Aquarius may have very, very noticeable eyes as well. It's just very visible here. And maybe really nice eyebrows or something too. But Aquarius does things differently now. They perhaps represent a breath of fresh air. Maybe they have a newfound sense of profound confidence, especially if they're coming across, and I could read this in either way, but if Aquarius is coming across as a very empowered, masculine energy, even if they are a feminine. We all have yin yang within us, right? And it just feels like there's something different, something more confident about Aquarius recently, something where they really take off their mask and they have no problem being more vulnerable. They feel like they listen closely to what the universe guides them to actually honestly acknowledge and say. And I kind of think that if anything, I don't know if Aquarius is particularly good about like asking other people for their expertise, and that's really attractive because it's like, wow, here you are, this confident, amazing person, but you make everybody feel like they have something of value to input. You make everybody feel like, we're all figuring it out together. I just feel like the way Aquarius conducts themselves is very straightforward, and they're very willing to like reveal themselves to another person, and it's heartwarming, and it makes people feel closer. It makes people feel like I feel connected to you and I feel not judged by you. That's a beautiful thing. What is Aquarius's greatest strength right now? Greatest strength is 8 of Cups going to the 9 of Cups. They definitely have a streak of powerful independence and self-contentedness. Aquarius might do things like go out fishing by themselves, or, do activities that oftentimes people think of doing with others. But Aquarius is just like, oh no, I just do it myself. Oh no, I'm training for a marathon, but it's just me doing it myself. I'm not running with a running group. I just do my thing. That is, it's on one hand, not only does it maybe come across as like, wow, this is a very self-possessed character, but the strength here is that Aquarius has asked themselves, what is it that I need right now? I need to be really happy and content. And so I need to do things that work for me. And I love the fact that this Aquarius seems to be the type of person that does what they need to for themselves. All right, let's ask, what does an ex think of Aquarius? 2 of Swords, Hierophant. They feel totally blocked out of Aquarius's life. And they also know unequivocally, with that third eye opening up, this was a divine counterpart and they should have married this Aquarius. Or if they were married to Aquarius, it's like that was the one. Why didn't I see it until now? I mean, I met Aquarius and they were the one, but I'm not even allowed to like call Aquarius. I am totally blocked. And yet that was the person I was supposed to marry. King of Cups and the Justice card. Wow. They feel like it's fair that Aquarius won't even answer the phone if they call. And yet, at this point anyway, this is an ex who perhaps realizes how much they love Aquarius. My impression is that they probably treated Aquarius really poorly. For them to say Aquarius was person, this could have been someone that Aquarius dated a long time ago who didn't treat Aquarius well at all. And they've matured since then, and they're like, I was an absolute skunk. And Aquarius was a person, I mean, my God, they were so nice. I'm picturing somebody who has looked back. There's something about the eyes, right, with the third eye. But I'm wondering if they looked back at some old pictures or something, and they're like, my God, how lucky was I? Maybe there were some real cute pictures of Aquarius, like, obviously with them. So I'm picturing somebody who, like, somebody's looking up into somebody else's face and they're just totally oblivious and they're just so full of themselves. I don't know. This feels like somebody who's had either they've looked at an old photo, they've matured, they've remembered a lot of things, maybe they've reread some things, and they're realizing, I messed this up. It was me that did all this. I'm the one who wrecked this, and I know why Aquarius won't talk to me, but I also know unequivocally Aquarius is the one that I was supposed to have married, the one that I was the best with. And yet I blew it. That song, Your Memory I Don't Mess With, is coming to mind. Love that song. Bryce Lee, I always say his name wrong. And then I also want to ask, how do others see Aquarius? Now, this is in a non-romantic sense, okay? King of Pentacles upright, High Priestess in the reverse. Other people see Aquarius as somebody that can like read the room, almost psychic in nature. Other people see Aquarius as somebody who knows just what to bring to the occasion, just what to bring to any event, just how to handle themselves in a room. And it's like, oh my God, Aquarius walked in, it was really tense and hostile, and Aquarius knew just when to crack a joke, just when to change the topic, just when to walk in and, give somebody a hug. Aquarius is so sensitive and intuitive, but also very, very, very generous. And I wonder if Aquarius is like that person that helps people move, helps people lug stuff around. I think Aquarius is the person who's like, sure, you can store a bunch of your stuff at my house for like 3 years. Sure, no problem. Um, you know, Boxes, bins of mementos, things like that. I feel like Aquarius would be like the keeper of the family heirlooms, the person who will store something for 5 years until it can be gifted on a birthday. The good secret keeper. They're like a closed book, but they're also very warm and generous. But they also are really good at keeping other people's counsel and other people's secrets, because it's just like I would automatically know you wouldn't want me blabbing this to someone. Very close-lipped and secure and Aquarius. And I do want to ask one last question, even though it's very variable. What is it about Aquarius that challenges certain people? What do they find like intimidating, challenging, or disruptive about Aquarius? Wheel of Fortune sideways, Knight of Coins upright. Some people are like vexed if they feel like Aquarius is too studious and does their job so well that they will not be rushed. They will do it when it's going to be done. Other people could be challenged or triggered because they're feeling like they've worked every bit as hard, but they still don't seem to have the successes that Aquarius has. This is something about like divine timing and things moving too slow. Either some people get frustrated because how come Aquarius isn't doing what they want when they want them to, or how come I can't get my life to go like Aquarius's? Well, maybe they haven't yet worked hard enough to earn the things Aquarius has. Or if they're, why can't Aquarius hurry this up and do this faster? It's like what they don't understand is Aquarius is going at the pace that it requires to get something done right. I don't think that Aquarius gets shoved and pushed. And I don't think Aquarius is the type of person who will shortcut or shortchange anything. It's like, look, if this has to be done right and my name's going to be on it, it's going to be done right because my name's on it. So I maintain my reputation. I will give excellent quality and it'll be done properly. I think that that might bug people who wish Aquarius weren't someone who would do it by the book. But I think that's who Aquarius is. They feel very honorable in this story. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye.